because even though all nationalities make music, and everybody has their uh, artist from a nationality that they like, no matter what nationality you are. So if you like country music, then you like country music. You're gonna support country music. You're gonna support uh, whatever artist you like. If you're in the opera, same difference. Rap, jazz, you know what I mean? Whatever genre you're interested in, that's what you're gonna support. And you're basically supporting the talent. That's what you're supporting, the talent. You have some people who are supporting the person because they're into the person. You get into reading or listening to hearing the bios and the life stories, and you start getting into the person and liking the person, and that's how you get merch sales and so on and so forth, stuff like that, because you're it's not really about the music. It's more of the person or what they stand for, or what the message is that they present, or the backstory of the whole thing in general that you start to support, or that you feel like you become a part of. So even if you don't like their music, that's how come some artists make it. Even though you don't like their music, or you feel like they're not really that good, but they hit sometimes. They hit, boom, boom. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, that was a good one. And you feel not really obligated, but you just feel like you want to support because of the story. Eventually they get better. Even if not, then like I said, sometimes they get that hit, you know, or where they get a good one or they make it. Okay. So the industry, like I said, is not really set up for you. It's more set up for the money. You got people who I'm not gonna say planned to blackball a type of person or particular people, but in a sense, they did. In a sense, that's what is going on. So at that point, you're already at a disadvantage, a highly disadvantage. You know what I mean? And basically, no matter what you do, that disadvantage is going to work for them. For instance, just to mention somebody or some people or a platform, Smack, URL, you know, um, that's their own platform. It's an independent, in a sense, they other people might say otherwise, but in a sense, it's an independent platform. It's battle rap. It's their own little thing. Anybody who's into rap or into battle rap knows that it's been going on. It's been going on. You know, you used to do it with your friends sometimes, and you kick a little rhyme, maybe your boy kick a little rhyme, and then somebody come along and be like, "Oh, I think he better than him," and they get you to battle. They get you to verbally fight. So what somebody just all somebody did was, or all Smack did was, or all um ours did, all they did was for their platform was made it into a business. They formed a business in order to make it a more of a platform for um, media to get involved. A lot of times, I'm trying not to say, I'm trying not to, point out particular uh, ethnicity, but if you notice, a lot of times when minorities get involved in certain things, for some odd reason, it's more of a versus thing. It's a versus thing. Boxing. When you get involved in boxing, they want you to fight your own. You know what I'm saying? They want you to fight your own. If you beat theirs, they get upset. So they start rigging, they start messing around with things, they start, doing this, doing that, putting pressure. So it's the same thing. The fact that you're going against your own, they like that. And they're willing to support that as long as you keep it like that. The moment you try to do what they're doing or get involved in what they're doing, especially being a minority, because minorities have this I'm just gonna say talent to achieve success in a lot of areas naturally, like sports and stuff like that. We get in there and we make it entertaining. You know what I mean? We make it more entertaining. So when you got this platform or this network, which they call the industry, these people got it sold up so 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 tight that even if you go get your own label, to the point where you feel you doing for yourself, you doing your own thing, you're really not. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not knocking anybody. It's a smart move. It's a smart move. You get more for yourself. You know what I mean? If you producing your own material, you distributing your own material, you putting in the footwork for promotion and all of that, shows, tours, you doing all of that. You know what I mean? You doing all of that. You getting more benefit from it. You're getting more money from it. But in the long run, somehow, you can ask, I guess you could say, professional, the professionals, or someone who's currently in the industry, who's a pro or more famous, because y'all might not recognize me or realize who I am. So you can ask somebody, like that. Maybe they give you a different opinion or whatever, but somehow you still find yourself dealing with these people, these certain people when it comes to the industry. because they got it sold up. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how much money you got. P. Diddy is a big name. He's a big name. Jay-Z is a big name. You know what I mean? They doing big business. They doing big business. But you wasn't there. You wasn't there, or you wasn't a part of when they put this together. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have somebody that's in that initial loop, or related to someone who's in that initial loop, you're basically just trying to make your way. And you can tell, if you really pay attention to the industry, you could tell and you can notice, because you're basically stuck. You're basically stuck to a certain type of how can you say, entertainment. You 9 times out of 10, you're promoting drama. You're promoting drama. You got to promote drama in order to make it. You're promoting it to your own people. You know what I mean? Okay, so you got R&B. R&B isn't really supposed to be drama. You know what I'm saying? It's rhythm and blues. But drama sells. So even when you talk about love, love has its drama to it. You know? All right. So if you didn't want to talk about drama, you don't have to. You got people who make beautiful music that has nothing to do with negativity or drama or stuff like that. And they still sell, they still make money, you know. But what I'm saying is, the industry, when you getting into distribution, that's a company. They're making a product. They're taking your tracks and they're making CDs, they're making records. If you don't have the machinery, if you don't have the machinery to physically put a record together, to make a record for you to record on, then who are you dealing with? You don't have the machinery for that. That means you got to go find the company who does. They're already up. They're ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? They're already up. And they're not about to let you in the game, because to them, they feel like you're going to ruin it or attempt to take it over or whatever, so on and so forth. And your mindset isn't really particularly the type of mindset needed for this type of business. So once again, it will get ruined. It'll fall apart. It'll be all messed up. So, being that you don't have the machinery to put these records together, you buy them. You buy them from them. You buy them from the people, and you produce your music. You put it on there, and now you distribute your own music. So you feel like you're doing something. Cool. Like I said, I'm not knocking nobody. No problem. Instruments, equipment, venues. When you're doing these things, once again, though you have minorities who have businesses, they're business owners that make instruments. Some of them very high class. But in the long run, you're outnumbered. Somewhere along those lines, guess what? those people, those people are there. So how did you get that business? You had to get approved from certain people. At the end of the day, if you get out of hand, they can shut that down. You know what I mean? They can shut that down. You don't have nobody where you need them in the industry in order to really safely set sail on your own. Radio. You got minority radio owners, minority radio operators. You have independent owners. Somebody can start a radio station out of their own home. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So once again, you feel like you're doing something. Not saying you're not. Not saying you're not. Though there's a company that, for lack of better words, in a sense, governs the radio station. I believe it's called the FCC. I could be wrong, and maybe it's a different name, maybe it's a different title. But either way, these people run that business, run that organization, or approve what you're doing. Therefore, they set your guidelines. Unless there's a minority FCC or something like that, you know what I mean? Which I haven't heard of before. Maybe, who knows? That's something I gotta look up. In the meantime, though, they're the ones who govern, or who basically set certain rules and agendas to what you can and can't do. You could attempt to go against them. There's been plenty of picketing, riots, whatever else, But at the end of the day, guess what? They're still there. They're still there, and they're gonna be there because somebody has to set a guideline for the criteria or the subject matter that's being presented to the public. It has to be, just like I ain't even gonna go there, but it has to be. You got kids, you got so much that's involved that it just wouldn't make sense not to have something like that. So, all right. Once again, the industry, you see now, like I said, some things have changed, some things have bettered. You see now where a lot of artists are complaining about, certain things that they're being blocked from, as far as being able to do, and that's what it has to do with. It basically, it's them higher ups. I guess you could say that's the only way I could put it. It's them higher ups to where if your label isn't really plugged in, then that's what you're gonna have to go through. You're gonna have to go through this and that. And as an artist, you're basically the low man, even though you're the most important part to the whole thing. I mean, you're the most important part to the whole thing. the artist and the musician. Okay? So the behind the scenes part, the business is where the difficulty comes in. Because certain people, let's just say, just to use a name, let's say P. Diddy, just to use a name. He gets an artist, and for some odd reason, the industry doesn't like the artist. Not the people, not the public, but the industry. The industry doesn't like the artist. If they want to blackball the artist, it's not really a problem, because they're going to put pressure on the label or the label owner, which would be, like I said, just to mention a name, just Diddy. They're going to put pressure on him. Now, he could say whatever he want. Oh, I own this. I could do whatever I want. I got the certificate. I got the license. I got the copyright. I got the trademark, the reserve. I got this. I got that. I paid for this. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you're only a portion of the industry. You're not the industry. And you're not the one, or you're not in that circle necessary in order to say those things that you're saying. So it's like something they're gonna just laugh off. Because now when you go to the radio station and you try to do this, guess what? Oh, sorry, sir, we can't boom, boom. We was told this and this and this and this, or we're gonna get shut down. You know, we can't do this and this and this, or we're gonna get fined. We can't do this and this and this, because, you know. And it's that I'm not even sure what to call that. It's that line of we're gonna make you act right. You're gonna see that this is a lot bigger than what you think. So if you think you could just hop in and do what you want to do, it's not gonna work like that. Just like videos, for instance. You can make your own video. Everybody's making homemade videos and stuff like that. But you using a platform. You're using some form of platform. If you made your own platform, what are you using it on? What are you using it on? You're still using it on the internet. You're still using it on a device. You know what I mean? Some sort of device which is connected towards the internet, or towards some type of radio wave, or digital wave, digital information, digital output, you know. So somebody along the lines owns that somewhere, and they control all of that. So even if you pay to come up with, like, for instance, like the internet, you pay for your own domain, you know, your own website, your own website name, the website itself. You're still using a server. You're still using a server. You got to create your own server. You can't. I mean, you probably can, but at the sense, my point is that where it's coming from is already locked in. It's already locked in, and they're a conglomerate. Like they already done been locked in for so long. For you to try to push them out the way is not happening. That's out of there. For you to try to start one now, you're playing into their hand. So at best, when it comes to the industry, all you could do is play their game the best way that you can. So once again, like I said, Eazy-E, Bob Marley, they noticed this. They've been noticed this. They've been trying to explain this to other people who decided to get into the industry and show them, you know, the moves. So at times when you see disputes of people or artists saying, "Oh, this artist played me," or "This label played me," sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's real. And then sometimes it's bigger people in the industry who put the pressure on that person, and that person is in the predicament where they can't say or they can't tell you that they just tried to help you out. They just try to pull you in. But now these people are trying to snatch you up because you making money, or because you doing this, or because you doing that. So it gets crazy. It gets crazy. It gets crazy. You know what I mean? And with me, anytime I ever introduce anybody to anything, I don't like to set someone up, you know? You ain't do me wrong. Why I'm gonna do you wrong? So when I got involved and I noticed certain things about the industry, and you start breaking down doors and making a name for yourself and doing certain things, you got to do it a certain way, because the person that you put in the industry, it's like a kid. The person that you put in the industry doesn't know or realize what they got into. They just had a mindset that they want to be a musician, they want to be an artist, they want to be a video star, whatever. And that's where their mindset is at. That's it. They're not thinking about anything else until they actually get involved, or until they actually run into a situation. You know, oh, wait, I got to make 18 albums in 2 months? In 2 months? I got to make 18 albums just to get paid how much? Um, Wait, my record was number one and I only made what? It's like, there's a lot of things that these artists or these labels or these people aren't telling you. They're not explaining to you. And they just rather put on a good advertisement, let's say. They rather just put on a good advertisement. They want to show you the big cars. They want to show you the nice jewelry, the big houses, in order to influence you to come in. Come on, come on, come on. This is where it's at. Not saying that these people ain't getting these things. Not saying these people ain't making this money. You know, though a lot of times, you know, like that startup money, you know, the little sign-ons and all the little extra shit, you know, royalties and stuff like that. It is very important that you look into all of this when you get involved. Actually, I want to say even before you get involved. if you make music on your own, if you make music on your own, you got less of a problem. Don't think you won't have a problem. Don't think you won't have a problem just because you're doing it on your own. Because like I said, once the money reaches a certain level, people are coming. People are coming. And if they want to cause problems for you, it's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. And you might not even notice. You might not even notice. You say whatever you want. Like I said, you could say whatever you want. Any label, any label owner, anybody in the industry, you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. But I done been in there. If they want to cause a problem for you, they can. They can. It's just like getting a job. How many minorities are business owners, major business owners, like Microsoft, like McDonald's, like Burger King, where these big franchises, big companies, you know, how many minorities is there? Not that many. If that. You got the little mom and pop joints. You got a couple little stores here and there. At that, you deal with something that's already really being done. You got a restaurant. There's 1,000 restaurants. You know, what makes your restaurant significant to them? You know what I mean? What, you got some kind of special recipe or something? Other than that, what are you doing for them? If they want to shut you down, they shut you down. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We go get fries and burgers at McDonald's. Like, that's the mentality. So if you ain't providing something unique, you're not providing something unique. For instance, look at the Middle Easterners. They coming with oil. Look what they trying to do to them. You know what I'm saying? America got oil too. They got oil. But look what they trying to do to them. Because their oil is better. Maybe their supply is bigger. Whatever the issue is. Recently, if you look into it. Recently, they're trying to say now they don't even need to deal with them because they figured that they got enough oil here, or they got oil that's of decent quality here that they could just use instead of wasting money or causing high expenses to try to transport oil all the way from there to here, putting money into war just to go, shut them down to try to take over certain oil rigs and so on and so forth. It gets deep, it's crazy. But anyways, it's kind of the same thing. Look what they're doing to them. They have something of significance. So when they come over here and they start off them little gas stations and the little stores here and there, I mean, they're a factor. They came over here as a factor. They have some importance. And they still try to discredit them, cause issues for them, There's a lot of behind the scenes things that if you're not a Middle Easterner, then whatever they put on the media or whatever they put in the public, you basically go with because you don't know no better. That's another thing. The media is a tool. You can assassinate a person's character off of the media. You put some false pictures up, make a little story, and boom. Now this person has to fight for their life. Because at the end of the day, no matter what they say, the public is already making some kind of accusation or an outcome to the story. Oh, that's got to be true because you know what? He did say this and she said that. And remember when this happened? Or remember when they posted this? Maybe that's what that was really about. People like drama. People like drama. Drama sells. People like to be nosy. They want to know what's going on. It's something to do. And the media makes it extra easy to do. So, in the industry, like I said, in the industry, when they started it up, that was a factor. It was a major thing. As minorities, there's not too much major things in life that you're really dealing with because only few of you are unafraid to go about it. You know, most want to be famous or looked at in a sense of clout. So you did the follower thing. You see these people in the media, high celebrities, gangsters, and all of that, and it was an easy out basically. Majority of the minorities took the easy out. That's why you're still fighting. You're still fighting to get something. You're not established in that foundation. I mean, you was either too afraid at the time as a people. You was either too afraid at the time or uninterested, and you're not really promoting it to your future or to your youth because you're scared or you already know partial about some of the things that's going on. You know, at some point in the industry, whether you want to believe it or not, at some point in the industry, people was admitting the sexual abuse or the what do you call it, the I don't even know how to say it. My damn nose is running. Like they was trying to force people to do things basically. You know, some faggot shit basically. So if you wasn't strong enough mentally, if you wasn't strong enough physically, if you wasn't strong enough as far as do you want that dollar or do you want to earn the dollar, then a lot of people folded. A lot of people, you know, submitted, and they did some things just to be famous. They did some things just to get through. You know what I mean? Nowadays you got some fighters. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays you got some fighters where they coming in like, nah, fuck out of here, boy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and do this how I do it, and you just gonna have to keep blackballing. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to keep blackballing because I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing this until I break open something. The door, the window, something. I'm coming up in there. You know what I mean? We're gonna change this all around, boy. We're gonna change this all around. And there's only really few people in the industry that's like that. Or not even like that, because anybody could gain that attitude, but you got to also know how. You got to know how. Because once again, there's people that are set in certain levels that shut all of that down. So if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to or when to play nice. You don't know how to or when to play nice or who to play nice with. You just did a lot of work for nothing. You just, you know what I mean? Like, you just put yourself in a predicament. But not only just you, those of you who also are coming with you. And they're the ones who really don't know or what's going on or trust you enough to where they just, respect what you say or what they feel is going on. They trust that you can handle it. You got it. Boom, boom. And you might need help. You know what I'm saying? So, movies, music, how many actors, how many minority actors do you notice or see where they get in major parts, main characters and stuff like that? Like I said, now, recently, you're seeing a lot more. You know what I mean? But behind the lines, not knocking anybody. Like I said, not knocking anybody, because everybody ain't like that. But who's really running it? The director. They might let you be a director. Here you go. But they ain't gonna approve your script. Go ahead, go make that movie. They ain't gonna approve your script, so go ahead, go make it. See how you get it in theaters. What theaters is gonna deal with you? You gotta go get some low-level theaters that don't put out too much numbers. Maybe they're small theaters, whatever. Blockbuster, you ain't getting no Blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting that stamp. You know? So even if you make the movie or you make the video, you make the show, you make the music, and it puts up some numbers, you make a couple million. Once again, the naive people or the ignorant people is gonna say, "That's right, nigga, I done made some millions. You listen to what you're saying. You sound stupid as fuck. I made millions. Cool. I ain't knocking you. That's what's up." How does that million or a couple million break down though? Like when you start paying people who, your cameraman and this and that, and your equipment, how does it break down? What you coming off with after that? Then are you done? You did one and done? You got the couple millions you one and done? Your lifestyle is at a certain level now, that ain't gonna work out, B. That ain't gonna work out. You need the consistency of some sort, even if it's just a little. You still need some kind of consistency to keep that million. A million ain't nothing. You can spend $1 million in a day. No problem. A house, a couple cars, an island, a jet, you can spend $1 million. $1 million ain't shit. It is to a person who ain't got it a lot. So how you do it and what you do with it is another thing. But like I said, at the end of the day, now these people that just helped you, they don't put the little movie into the theater or whatever. Excuse me. They don't, put you on or whatever. Might be in trouble. You can't even help them. And as much as they would like to help you, or as much as you done made them some money, they like, dang, you know, these people coming in, they trying to shut it down though, bro. We need to keep going because we need to make our ends to do what we need to do in life. We got some people we need to take care of. You know what I mean? So when you dealing with this industry, and a lot of youth nowadays is definitely looking into it because, like I said, you see people with all the bread, all the money, boom, boom, and it make it look real good. It is. It is. It's an easy out. If you could put a couple things together, you're gonna grab some fans. You're gonna grab some fans. These new rappers just proved that. These new artists just proved that. You're gonna grab some fans. If you could put out some content on video, people are doing ignorant shit. You got people, putting out all kind of nonsense for toddlers that ain't really about nothing. Ain't got no kind of substance. Talk about all kind of things, and still they are getting fans. They're still getting fans. So it's there. It's there. But it's more about how you go about it, I guess. I'm not gonna say who